Alright everyone, welcome back to my Devil May Cry 5 S rank guide, and today I'm going to be helping you with mission 9. So we're going to be playing as V again, and first of all there's going to be a couple of optional enemies that spawn here, so you're going to want to avoid them because once again optional enemies do ruin your style. So just leave these guys alone. So yeah, we're playing as V again, and some people are going to be happy about that, some people not so much, depending if you like playing him or not. I do enjoy playing V. So this first fight's going to be against Hell Canis, Hell Antinoras, and a Behemoth. So yeah, this should be a piece of cake to you at this point, especially as V, because we fought all these guys before already as V. And if you're just here for this one specific mission, our usual strategy while playing as V is just to hold lock on, wiggle your joystick in random directions, and just keep pressing square and triangle to do different moves. It's gonna build up your style because you're doing a lot of different moves and you're gonna be doing a lot of damage, which is good. But okay, the best way to get rid of the Behemoth shield is either to just summon Nightmare, so just use some of your Devil Trigger, or you can charge up Griffin's lightning attack to level 3, so just hold square and then release it a few times, and then that should get rid of his armor after a bit. And if you manage to stun the Behemoth, a good move to use then is Skewer, which is back to forward with Shadow, because that's going to do a lot of damage. It has quite a long charge up, but the damage is so worth it. And even if you think that you're not going to perform as well in this mission, then don't worry, because this mission is very generous with style. So is basically every single V mission in the game, because at the end of this fight, I'm going to get over 8,000 style points. So because V has less combo potential than Dante and Nero, and because V overall has less moves than them, he gets awarded more style as compensation, because a lot of the time when you're playing as V, you are going to be doing the same moves. So he still gets a style bonus because he doesn't have as much as the other two. And speaking of Dante, we're actually going to be playing the next mission as him, and that one's going to be a doozy, but okay, we'll get there when we get there. But alright, I'm killing the Behemoth now. I popped Nightmare there earlier to help me out with some extra damage to make things quicker. And he is dead now, so we can move on. And look at my style. 8,355. Style-wise, you will not struggle with this mission at all. There might be some difficult fight here, but that's why I'm here. I'm going to help you. Style-wise, you will be alright. So if you have Devil Trigger, you can break this wall with Nightmare to get through. If you don't, then there's another way through somewhere. And okay, this next fight here is 2 Hell Judecas and a bunch of Canis and Antinoras. And yeah, just do the same thing really. Lock on, wiggle your joystick, square and triangle. And you just want to watch out for moves that the Hell Judeca does, because they can hurt you a lot, so just watch out. It can teleport and attack you. It can create a lava eruption, so you want to watch out for that and dodge out of the way. It can also come out from the ground and try and hit you that way. And it can also stretch out its limbs to try and hurt you if you're further away. And they could be annoying to hit at some points because they will be teleporting around the place, but you should be good. Especially if you pop Nightmare in this fight, you should be alright. And once you stun them, because they can be stunned too, so you just want to pop Skewer with Shadow, and yeah. So for now, I'd say focus on taking out the Canis and Antinoras. But watch out, because the Judecas can also summon more Antinoras and Canis, so you just want to interrupt them when they try and do that. You can just hit them out of it when they start doing, and you'll know when they're doing it because they will put their blades into the ground and then they'll try to summon them that way. So just you can hit them a bunch with Shadow and they should be interrupted. Okay, so you see that portal on the ground? That means that the Judeca is going to come out of it and try to hit you, so you do not want to stand on top of that. Here it does it again. It managed to kill Griffin, but at least I didn't get hit. So if one of your animal dies, just stand near them and they will revive quicker. If you have Devil Trigger, you can pop Nightmare to instantly revive them. I only really use that when both of them are dead though. But yeah, just keep going ham at them. If they teleport away, find them. Just keep locked onto them and you should be good. Pop Nightmare to make things faster if you want. If you stun them, just do a Skewer and you should be good. As long as you stay locked onto them, you shouldn't lose track of them when they teleport. And even if you do let go of lock on, then just press it again and you'll lock onto the nearest enemy. But okay, I jump here just to be safe, then I pop Nightmare to speed things up a bit again. And I suppose I should mention that summoning Nightmare gives you iframes, so if you think you're about to get hit, then just pop Nightmare and you will be invincible for a few seconds. So summoning him is a very good way to avoid getting hit. But okay, I got both Judecas in the same spot here, which means that Nightmare can do damage to both of them at the same time with his laser. So he's literally going to town on them. There goes one. And then the other one has a bit of health still left, but that's okay. Just keep doing different attacks with the boys, Shadow and Griffin, and eventually you will kill it. Their Shadow died, so I'm just gonna try and go near him to revive him quicker. I'm just gonna keep the Judeca busy with Griffin while I revive Shadow. Okay, I get hit here in a second, and I want to show you what happens when you do get hit by a Judeca. That is a quarter of my health from a single hit. These guys are dangerous. I'd say the riots do more damage, but a quarter of your health from a single hit is still wild. so you want to avoid getting hit. But okay, Shadow and Griffin keep going at him. We're almost done here. He only has a quarter of his health left. He teleports away, and now he's gonna try to summon some friends to help him. So what I do here is I land a few hits in with Shadow, and that stops him from summoning enemies. It's very easy to knock him out of that animation. Well, right, he is almost dead here. Just a few more hits and we should be good. I knock him down on the ground, so he teleports away, but it's okay. And yeah, I get Shadow to land the last few hits here on him, and there he is. He gets stalemated right now, and bada bing, bada boom, we are done here. Alright. So then there's just some navigation, so I speed things up a bit to not waste your time. I got over 7,000 style points in that fight, by the way. You're not gonna have any troubles here. Okay, so this fight here is against Hell Antinoras and a bunch of Hellbats. So for the Hell Antinora, just do what you've been doing the whole time. For the Hellbats, the best way to kill them is to knock them down on the ground. So you just want to charge Griffin's level 3 lightning and just launch that at him. Pop Nightmare to make things faster if you want. And yeah, just charge Griffin's lightning and you should be good. Currently, I'm focusing on the Hell Antinora while Nightmare is doing some extra damage to basically every enemy around. And here in just a second, a Hell Antinora is gonna try to charge at me, but I get the boys to intervene and beat the crap out of it. Smack it around for a bit, then it gets knocked down on the ground again, and it then tries to charge at Griffin, so I double jump to get Griffin out of the way. But okay, look at this. Nightmare comes in to help out, which is enough to kill it, so it's stalemated, so I finish it off. Beautiful. Land a few hits on the Hellbat, which knocks it down on the ground, and whenever it starts growing, then you want to either shoot it or run away because it's about to explode, and you can shoot it to cause it to explode faster, and it could deal damage to enemies around. But okay, all we have left is one more Hellbat and one more Hell Antinora, and we are done here. The Hellbat tries to attack me and succeeds with its flame. At least this flame attack it does not do that much damage. The one attack that you do want to watch out for is the one that it spits fire at you, because that does a lot more damage than what it just did to me there. But okay, that's the Hell Antinora stalemated. I kill it, and now it's just the Hellbat left, which is gonna die soon enough too. I knock it down on the ground, then I beat it up for a bit, and bada bing, bada boom, it is stalemated right now, and boom. So I'd say this is a fairly easy fight, and I don't think you will struggle with it when you get to it, so you should be good. But okay, now take a look at my style, still over 7,000, so we are well over the threshold we need to get an S rank right now. There's some optional enemies here, so don't fight them, because you do not want to ruin that 7,000 style points if you have that. And then yeah, just get up here, and this next fight is gonna be against a bunch of Lusashias and Hellcanas. The Lusashias will also be kind of teleporting around the place once you hit them, but they do it on a lesser scale than the Judecas, so you should be alright here. Okay, and now you see the purple thing around me that a Lusashia is causing, right? You either want to jump when it explodes, or you want to hit the Lusashias that's doing it. Because if you hit the Lusashia that's causing that to happen, it will stop it from happening, meaning you won't get exploded. They will be throwing projectiles at you, but as V, they're fairly easy to avoid because half the time they will be thrown at either Shadow or Griffin, so yeah. So here's the purple thing again. I failed to avoid it, and look how much damage it does. So you do want to either hit the Lusashia out of it, or just jump when it's about to explode for iframes. And you see the purple thing that the Lusashia has around it, right? This doesn't really affect V, but if you were playing as Nero, that means you wouldn't be able to snatch it. It doesn't affect V as much, but it's still better to just have that noted. Nightmare's obviously gonna be a big help if you pop him here to help speed things up a bit. I think I've said this sentence like 5 times now. And alright, you see those purple projectiles it throws at you? It's better to shoot them off with Griffin because they move very slowly, which might seem like a good thing, but sometimes they can get in your way while you're killing an enemy. Well, right, that's one of the Lusashias down. Then I go in to kill the Hellcana. And then for this last one, just keep beating on it until it dies. If it teleports away, just find it and yeah, keep beating it. If it does the purple thing, just use Shadow and Griffin and it should stop. It teleports away, but that's okay because I just need to land a few more hits, and there we go, it's stalemated. So now I finish it off with V. Bada bim and bada boom. And okay, after you've taken out this room, just keep moving through the level. And the next fight that we're going to be fighting is going to be against Dead Scissors and Proto Angelos. And this is actually going to be the second last fight of the level. This mission doesn't have a boss fight. The last fight is going to be a bunch of nobodies. Basically, they're going to be the substitute for a boss in this mission. So Dead Scissors with V, just fight them like you would fight any normal enemy. So eventually you'll either end up stalemating them or breaking their scissors, so you'll be able to kill them one way or another. Launch some level 3 lightning with Griffin because they do a good bit of damage, and yeah, you should be good against the Dead Scissors. Just keep V further away from them because you don't really want V taking damage, and let Shadow and Griffin do all the work. And then the Protoss will spawn, so you want to avoid getting hit by them because in previous videos I've already shown how much damage these guys do, so yeah. You can avoid most of their attacks by just jumping away and you should be good then. But yeah, just make sure you don't get hit. And this is probably the hardest encounter in this mission due to the Protoss doing so much damage. And then after you manage to beat this fight, then yeah, the nobodies will be no problem. And the best way of dealing with the Protoss as V is to either try to parry them with Shadow, because if you had to parry them as Nero or Dante, you would risk getting yourself damaged. But here it's just your pet, which is alright. I take out that Death Scissors here, by the way. But yeah, if you get Shadow damage, that's really no problem because you could just revive him. So if you want, you could try parrying with him, or you could just wait till he attacks, because then he's going to be recovering for a few seconds, so you can get a few hits and then. You can also launch a few projectiles as Griffin, but a lot of the time the Proto will block a lot of the attacks, so he could block Griffin's projectiles too. But what I think you should do in this fight is focus on the Death Scissors first, and just ignore the Proto Angelos for now, and kill the Death Scissors. Because then the Death Scissors won't be such a nuisance when you're fighting the Angelos. They won't be distracting you. And use Nightmare all you want in this fight, because he's going to help you take him out a lot faster. Oh, I get hit there, by the way. But yeah, if you use Nightmare here, he's going to help you take them out faster, meaning you have a slightly less chance of getting hit. Alright, I take out the next Death Scissors here, and now it's just the Protoss left. So yeah, just keep smacking around the Protoss. If they get on the ground, then take this opportunity to maybe pull off a Skewer with Shadow and do some extra damage with Griffin. Just make sure you do something to them while they're on the ground. And just make sure that V isn't around the Protoss, because if he is, then you might get hit, and that's not exactly good, considering we still have one more fight after this. And okay, and if you have the amount of health I have, and the Protoss Devil trigger and then end up hitting you, you are gonna have little to no health left, so you want to avoid getting hit. They have a move where they charge their sword and then run at you and then try to slash you. If you get hit by that, you are essentially dead with the amount of health I have left. And look at my health, I still have over half of my health bar left. And if I got hit by that one move, I have none of that almost. So you really want to avoid getting hit. Okay, so he kills Shadow there, so I do pop Nightmare so that he comes back to life. And Nightmare's gonna get some extra hits in before he goes away, which is good. And as you can see, one of the Protoss is already almost dead. Look at his health. So Nightmare's gonna help out here. He's gonna do some extra damage, and then soon enough we're gonna be able to kill him. He does his big laser blast, which almost kills the Proto. Just needed one more extra hit there, but alright, one of the Protos is now dead. The other still has a quarter of his health left, but we'll get that down like right now. So just keep beating on him, keep doing different moves. I let out a taunt here because he's not attacking me, so I take the opportunity to build up my style. He runs at me, so I double jump with Griffin, and then I managed to let out a Skewer with Shadow. I'm not sure if he blocked it though, I can't tell. But yeah, just keep waddling down his health bar, do different moves, pop Nightmare if you want to speed things up. And then after this is just a fight with nobodies, which we're gonna do pretty quick. Shadow clashes with the Proto there, but it's okay, he doesn't get damaged. But okay, the Proto is almost dead now. Look at its health. We are almost done with this fight. Just keep beating on him. Okay, so now watch this. Here I'm going to try to do a Skewer with Shadow here in a second. And watch this. I missed miserably. But that's okay because the Proto got pushed back. So I jumped down and I have the boys finish him off here. Just still have V in the back just in case he does decide to charge at you. So you have time to react and jump out of the way. But okay, just have the boys beat on him for these last few seconds. He charges at me there, so I jump out of the way, and now here we go. I got him stalemated, and now he is dead. And alright, now just keep moving through the level. I speed things up, and next up is a fight with nobodies. And this is the last fight of the level, and luckily it's not too hard. You just have to keep all the nobodies in check to make sure that they don't create more of them. I summon Nightmare instantly to help me take them out faster. If they start summoning eyeball bombs, then just shoot them off with Griffin. Just make sure you're not close to them, because if you shoot them with Griffin while being close to them, then they will damage you. And if you manage to stun these guys, then just pop a Skewer or two with Shadow. And yeah, we fought nobodies with V before already, so this isn't really new to us. Holding square to charge Griffin's level 3 lightning also is big help, because that does a good bit of damage too. Nightmare, you can see, is doing work here. Just keep an eye out on every single one of the nobodies around, because if you leave one unattended for too long, it's probably gonna start summoning more, and that's just kind of inconvenient now, isn't it? And other than that, yeah, then just keep smacking them with different attacks. Keep charging your level 3 Griffin lightning. Just make sure that V is away, because as you can see, that nobody there, right there, it just tried to slash me there, but I managed to run out of its way. So yeah, just make sure that V stays in the back while Griffin and Shadow do all the work, so that V minimizes his chances of getting hit. And you're definitely gonna be good here. It's not a hard fight at all. And boom, right there, you see that nobody that's lying there on the ground? That means it's stunned, and I don't know what I was doing, but I should have popped a skewer there with Shadow while it was lying on the ground, because, you know, the skewer would have done a lot of damage. And here again, nobody is stunned, and I don't know what I was doing. I still haven't popped the skewer. I guess I'm just an idiot. I suppose that your guide maker can't even demonstrate the things I'm suggesting that you do yourself, which is lovely. But okay, I killed the second nobody there. I killed the first one just a few seconds ago earlier. So now we just have this one left. I pop Nightmare to speed things up a bit. I have said this sentence like 60 times. But right, this guy here is stunned. Again, I don't pop Skewer, but okay, whatever. And now he is dead. He is now stalemated. So I go in to finish him off. I ride Nightmare accidentally. Nightmare kills him. Thank you very much. And we are done here now. This is the whole mission. Yeah, skip the cutscene. 7,000 style points. That is a definite S rank. Again, I don't think you should have any trouble with style here at all. S is on all the fights. 8,500 total, S rank. Hope this helped you. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, of course, leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Adios.